The floor
You would like to disenfranchise voters between the ages of 18 and 25.
Wrong.
You want to increase the voting age to 25 years old. Why do you want to do that?
Well, I don't want to disenfranchise anybody, but I do think that we need to revive civic duty in this country. So right now, I think we suffer a crisis of national pride in the United States of America. So the same logic that we apply to immigrants who want to come to this country, to say that you have to know something about the country before you vote in that country, I think it is fair to apply that same logic to somebody who turns 18 and acquires their citizenship that way. And if not that, then at least to serve the country in some minimal way. So if you ask me, are we better off or worse off as a nation if every high school senior has to pass the same civics test that every immigrant has to pass in order to become a voting citizen? I think that will make our country stronger. I think that will make our country more united. I think that will make our voting populace more informed, people more proud to be an American. There was a 10-year-old girl who approached me in Iowa last week, having heard about this policy and some of the criticisms from the left and otherwise. She printed out the 100-question test. She scored 100%, 60% is a passing score. If a 10-year-old girl in Iowa can do it, yes, every high school senior can and should too. That's not a Republican idea or a Democrat idea. Now, I personally believe that voting rates amongst young Americans will actually skyrocket once we revive that sense of civic pride and civic duty. I also favor making Election Day a national holiday. We should make voting in this country a civic ritual, that it should mean something. It unites us to say that we take the time to know about our country, our Constitution, and then participate in our republic. And so I'm not saying you have to agree with me on that, but I do think that if you're not going to agree with me on that, then I challenge you to find a better idea, and I'm open to it myself, for how we revive that missing civic pride in our country. But one way or another, we're gonna have to think outside of the existing box to do it. And that's part of where I'm leading the way.